Hi everybody, it's Peggy Sue again, stopping by to share my most recent project with you. Very excited about it. It is a gutted Reader's Digest. It has a 1 3/4 inch spine, and I put way too many signatures in it. There's 4 signatures with approximately 9 full-sized pages folded to create the signature. There's other smaller pieces of paper or graph paper or what have you in here, but those aren't included. And this is actually going to be a personal journal for me. When I go to make more of these, I will not be adding this much. And when I saw the book, I knew that I did not want to alter the cover in any way because I really like it a lot. So we're going to go ahead and jump in. Really excited about this journal. It is a hidden stitch lay flat spine, and you can see if there weren't this many signatures, it lays completely open flat so that you can journal easily in it. Some of my favorite fabric scraps. I used to sew a lot and do a lot of quilting, so I have tons of scraps around, and I'll start using them. The laces are vintage from my Aunt Linda. Thank you, Aunt Linda. Done a lot of tuck spots. Oh, and this is a bookmark. I will be including these in any journal that I put up for sale or gift from here on out. It's just I had forgotten about this. I used to sell Stampin' Up, and we used to make these kinds of things all the time, and super easy, super fun, very quick, and perfectly usable. So okay, so a lot of blank spot because I know for me I want to be able to use it for notes. And this is from Monique. This was one of the RAKs that I was sent from her. Thank you. More fibers. I did a lot of stitching, as I do with most of my journals. I tend to stitch more than I glue. There's a tuck spot here. I've done stamping, and I've also done some stenciling in here. Some other scrapbook paper. All of my ephemera, unless it's heavyweight cardstock that's been pre-bought like a journaling card, I will back it onto stained paper, and this just happens to be green from an older project. And here is, this was a lunch bag that I have laid flat and sewn and cut off the bottom. I'll do a video on these because they're super cute to just make into a pocket. And then behind it is also, this is just some old Spotty Dotty is what it was called. And I had these when I was little, and I just loved them. Okay, here's another tuck spot. And this one happens to be pink. Pretty bright pink, actually. Let me keep this to show you the tuck spots. There's one here, and more fibers and more tuck spots. This is just a library card, faux library card pocket that I made out of book pages, the actual pages from this book. And this was in a swap that I received. Love that paper. And some stamping, some stenciling, more stamping, and here's another tuck spot. This came from, this farming and gardening information came from a calendar that I just cut that off. I thought it was kind of cute. Off of my crochet thread. Oh, another pocket here. And one here, and if you're careful you can go in front of the doily too, so there's actually 2 pieces can go in this top pocket, one down here. And this is an envelope that I created. I liked these are shaped after the bank money envelopes that I get from my credit union, and I just opened it up, literally traced it on a piece of paper and cut and glued. And that is my envelope to hide all kinds of goodness in. More stamping, some muslin that I've sewn on here. And you can see the spine is completely flat. Like I said, it's a little full, so I'm kind of chatty tonight, guys. I'm sorry. Going kind of fast. Want to get it up and get it loaded. A little bobble that I made on a gourd pin or a bulb pin. I love these things. Another spot. This was also it came in a swap that I did at one point. Thought it was cute. This actually were some extra pages for a cookbook that I received from Christmas from my Aunt Linda. Thank you, Aunt Linda. And I thought they were really cute, and actually the way it's cut, you could read the recipe perfectly. Ledger paper, some more stenciling. I'll try and keep it going fast here because there's a lot of blank spots. So here's another pocket and some more stamping, some decorative stitching, more de-stenciling, and some fabric scraps that I had. And here's a really cute bag. This was a gift from Monique. Wonderful, love these. And some more stamping. Some recipes, I got these at a estate sale, and they're actually from Georgia Power here in yeah. And I guess they came with your bill back in the day. First time for me, a 7-hole pamphlet stitch. Took me a second to get it down, but I like it a lot. I think it's great. And this is from the scrapbook paper that I used for the signature fronts and backs. Just cut that up. And here's the other, oh, I love this. This is my Groucho Marx stamp. I think it's pretty cute. I've had that forever. And here is another spot. Another one of the bags. This is an actual old stamped from 1945 postcard. So I'm going to put that in there, and there's a spot, of course, that's here. You could go under here, but you wouldn't want it to be too heavy because it's kind of flimsy. But like I said, this is going to stay with me, so more stenciling. Love this paper. Another pack from Hobby Lobby, of course. And I added some scraps that I had and just sewed that together. And there's more of my fabric scraps. And here's a tuck spot. It's the page folded over on itself. I find that makes a really convenient little spot to tuck some trim sewn on. Here's another charm. And more of the paper. Another spot here. Sorry, I'm sliding down the table, aren't I? Just a regular Joe. That reminds me of a phrase from, or a saying from one of our favorite movies, The Birdcage. So, backed with pink paper. And some music fold out. More stenciling. And this is a treat bag, a flat treat bag, not gusseted, that's been folded over on itself. And this is, remember those old notes you used to fold up and send to your girlfriends in school, and same idea, and I just stitched around it, tucked that in there. And this, actually, you can go here. If I had cut this off, and I'm just realizing that, if I had cut this just sliver off the bottom of the bag, you could have gone inside the bag. Here is the fold on itself, the opening of the actual bag. So several, and here's some more of the scrap paper sewn together and topped with a burlap ribbon. So more little note spots. Put that back in there. I did some stamping, some decorative stitching, more of the fabric. I've still got scads and scads of fabric scraps. A recipe card. I did not back this one because it is so thick. So, and this is more from the paper that I'm using that I just cut down. Japanese textbook for learning to read Japanese. I was excited when I found that. Another stamp. And this is another little envelope I made. There's nothing in it yet, but I will for sure hide something in there. Definitely. More of the paper, and this is a flap too, so you can put something in there. Whoops. More stamping. Just got that at the Hobby Lobby clearance. Love that image. This is a painting book for watercolors that I've just started pulling pages out of. This is pretty small, but you could tuck something there. I just folded the page up. That's not a tuck spot, just kind of pretty. Another bag from Monique. And there's those. There's this piece too. Like I said, lots of blank spaces because I'm going to fill this up. More fabric. Another spot here. Oop. More vintage trim. Another one of the envelopes that has a tuck spot on it in the front. And this is a digital image that I've colored and then just layered on the front. And it's empty inside, but won't be for long once I start using this bad boy. More of the Japanese. Another pocket that I left open to have a spot here, and there's one inside, and I did some stamping. And more stamping. This is rubber stamps. This is new trim from Hobby Lobby. Love it. And a charm that I made. Button I received with a swap. Love it. And I just layered some lace. Music flip out. And more muslin. Actually, that's not muslin. That's a sheet that I ripped up and coffee stained. And this is the last signature. There are I called it word porn, I think I called it. They're for sale in my Etsy shop. And I glued that on with some beads from a wedding veil. And there's a pocket, and it's backed with pink paper. Big stamps. Music. Here's another piece of the spotted dotty. It's just so cute. And part of the paper that I fussy cut. And here is another bag. These cute bags. Hobby Lobby. Love the wooden lace. And then there's more of my fabric trim. A card, a greeting card that I picked up a huge set of at Goodwill and just added it into the spine. And there's this piece. More stamping and a book pocket. And another piece with some more of the vintage trim and another gourd pin and charm. Learning how to write and fancy in calligraphy. I thought that was pretty neat. Some more stamps. Again, the 7-hole pamphlet stitch. I love that. I really enjoyed doing that because it was new to me, so I like learning. Always trying to learn and push the envelope for myself. Other side of the card. More layered fabric. Some lace too and muslin. Now this is a pocket that I folded over on itself. Before I stitched it, I added a band of cardstock, so this pocket is now 2 spots in it. So, and then of course the back as well. And it was a dictionary page. And I did slice the bottom of this bag off so that there is a pocket there. And more stamping and trim. A little bit there. And of course a badly stamped letter P for my name, and the back of the journal. So I will be doing some more Reader's Digest that will be similar to this, only more manageable as far as size, because this is just too big. It's going to be difficult to write in, but so anyway, so yeah, so this is it, and thanks for taking the time out to take a peek at my video, and yeah, I kept it under 15 minutes. Go me! So you guys have a fantastic night, and I will be back with you in a couple of days to show you the next new project. Have a great night. Bye, guys.